Hi Sagittarius, here's a general look at your solar chart for April 2010. Now I think you're going to get the mixture of business and pleasure in the energies this month, and you should have confidence in your ability to perform from your creative, imaginative core, because I think you're going to get opportunity to bring that side of you out to play a little. Also, there's this very practical feel, especially from the third, when I think you're going to get the urge to get organized, sort out the to-do list, catch up with things, maybe get something repaired, something replaced, maybe something new installed into your space. Maybe it's you helping with somebody else's. Also, you might be more interested in healthy eating, health matters actually. Could be somebody else's health, but you just be more aware of maybe eating well, or perhaps mulling over the fact that you're not getting enough exercise or something like that. Now, Auntie Saggies, you're going to like this vibration because it's going to dovetail imaginative self-expression with practical, concrete results. So if you're working on a project, these are good energies for pulling together the little pieces which form the picture that you're dreaming about. And it looks as though there's going to be somebody there to help you in useful, practical ways as well. You're pulling together with someone. Maybe you're not doing both the same thing at the same time, but at least you know that you're both coming from the same place, or rather, you're feeling as though the load's being shared. I think I'll say that, yeah. You feel the loads being shared. So, that can manifest in various ways. Others are there with practical help, advice. Maybe you get a bit of kit that you desperately need. And anybody providing a service for you for which you're paying, I think, you're more likely up until the 25th anyway to get a fair deal out of that. And also it's kind of more like a social event as well, you see. And it's an excellent time also if you're in employment, or with the same people every day, then to get there's going to be a warmer feel, I think, a more friendly feel in your working environment. Romance or other types of sort of close associations could center around the working environment actually. Now, between the 2nd and the 5th there could be a sizzly encounter, but circumstances somehow might make you feel awkward, maybe a bit phased. Maybe you act too impulsively, or you just feel a little bit on guard in some way. Another way that can work is with purchases. Be careful that you don't grab something too fast. Just take a more relaxed approach in those couple of areas. It's not a big deal. The 5th looks really friendly and warm and chatty and productive again on these sort of practical levels, and the 6th could bring you something which improves your comfort zone, your space, or your physical well-being. That kind of feel to it. Now, Mars continues to navigate the ship of your life from the crow's nest way out there on the mast, seeing across great distances of time. And as you were known as the seer of the zodiac, Mars is really on your side at the moment, and you'll be on quite a learning curve, because Mars is seeing, the Mars energy is stimulating the area that is going to catapult you into new areas of interest, allowing you to explore, allowing you to maybe have a bit of an adventure, allowing you to broaden your horizons. And a teacher or a mentor figure may cross your path, may have done already, a person whose wisdom you respect anyway, and your mind may be open to a new world through this influence that comes. It could be, that you meet this person directly, or through something that they have written, or you know, some example anyway that they've given. Also, travel and foreign connections are more likely, which may have an advisory or teaching element to them. It could even be a long distance, you know, like correspondence course, something like that. Or it could be you doing the advising and the teaching, Sagittarius. Now you're going to be more aware of the legal side of things for some reason, not necessarily a bad thing, but you are more aware of maybe, you know, your rights in some way. Then of course there are the moral laws and the spiritual laws, which don't seem to have a lot to do with our legal privileges here on earth. But try to avoid the Saggy habit of jumping up on the soapbox and hitting people over the head with the truth as you see it. Always very well meant, very, very well meant. That energy is going to be around there till June. Something that Sagittarians do is they're very, very good at teaching others, but they're not very good at practicing what they preach. So just be aware of that. Now Saturn reverses into Virgo, opposing Uranus from mid-month. That's going to affect you Saggies with birthdays towards the Capricorn end of Sagittarius within the last couple of days in April. It's a position it held last September, October, and so you'll have the feeling maybe of going over old ground, except it will be different this time because Jupiter is altering the balance there between those two planets. But steering a course, you may find yourself steering this course through slightly uncertain feelings around the home base or around the local community, or maybe it's related to a member of your tribe, your clan. Somehow that might be a bit of a challenge because you get this feeling that you need to preserve and maintain and further your goals at the moment, and maybe it's in the professional area. You know, maybe you're trying to build something for yourself in the wider world. Maybe it's in a relationship, it could be like that, but you also need to be flexible enough and aware enough to sort of juggle, you know, to keep pace with the state of flux which affects the home base or the family relationships or the community, if you see what I mean. So that's your material security, your emotional foundations. There could be moving happening for some of you, or expanding your space, extending your space, shifting things around in your space. You do like variety, Sagittarius. So that's a way it can work, and actually that is a good way for it to be working. There could be more comings and goings, but because and this kind of sense of upheaval, which maybe you've chosen, but nevertheless it makes it a bit harder to achieve consistency in other areas, right? Now Jupiter, your ruling planet, in this area, however, as I said, is going to make the crucial difference because Jupiter is going to ensure that no matter how choppy the sea gets on these kind of root levels of your life, to do with, you know, your more intimate, private area of your life, in the meantime, better and more secure conditions and a feeling of calm at the roots of your being are flowing your way. So that's good news. And from the 20th, yeah, you're still going to be in this practical mode, but there's a real sense of teamwork going on there, collaborating with another. Again, you know, foreign connections are strong there too. Yeah, you can really get your or help somebody get their act together, or maybe they're helping you. Well, that's it for April. If you know your rising sign, it's useful to have a listen to that too, because it throws a different light on what I've said here for Sagittarius. And I'll see you again the next time.